Okay, so good day my fellow taong bayan, mga Kasimor, at ngayon po didiscuss natin yung 2026 impeachment case updates ni PBBM at ni Vice President Sara Duterte. So unang-una po explain ko yung facts nung cases nila para mas maintindihan nyo talaga kung ano na ba yung mga nangyari at kung ano na yung status niya. And then pangalawa po, magbibigay din ako ng explanation kung ano tingin ko dun sa actions ng HOR, kung whether or not may appearance of bias ba sa pag-treat sa isang complaint versus the other impeachment complaint. Okay? And then pangatlo po, i-discuss ko rin kung ano ang exciting na posibleng mangyari tomorrow, February 9, 2026 after po nung Committee on Justice hearing sa impeachment complaints ni PBBM. Okay? So yan po ang magiging discussion natin for today. Okay, so facts po muna tayo. Yung pinakauna po talagang impeachment complaint for 2026 was filed on January 19, 2026. At yung complaint po na yon was filed against PBBM by a private lawyer. So ito po yung video kong ito. If you want to know more about this, you can watch this video po. And then sometime around January 22, ay nag-attempt po mag-file naman yung Makabayan Block, pati yung mga supporters ni FPRRD, or tawagin na lang po natin Duterte Block, ng second and third impeachment complaint. Pero ang nangyari po sa impeachment complaint na yon ay hindi po tinanggap ng Secretary General's office kasi wala daw dun si Sec Gen. She was not physically present daw po, therefore hindi daw pwede tumanggap yung office niya according sa SecGen's office. So if you want to know more about that, kung tama ba yung ganon, you can watch this video po and explain ko po yan dito kung dapat ba talaga hindi yun tinanggap ng Secretary General's office. Okay, so yan po ang nangyari sa impeachment ni PBBM. And then come January 2026, the start po of the first session day ng Congress for 2026, nag-file ulit yung Makabayan Block nung morning ng January 26 at tinanggap naman po ng Secretary General's office. Okay, so ulitin ko po, January 19, yung pinaka-first na impeachment complaint versus PBBM, tinanggap po yun ng SecGen, although naka-adjourn pa po yung Congress nun. And then January 22, nag-attempt, hindi tinanggap. And then January 26, the very first session day, naka-file nung umaga. So there were two impeachment complaints na filed against PBBM. Okay? And then sa hapon po, nung January 26, nung very first session day po ng HOR, yung two impeachment complaints against PBBM was referred agad po to the Committee on Justice. Okay? So yan po yung timelines nung kay PBBM. Okay, ngayon kay VP Sara naman po tayo. So yung nangyari naman po kay VP Sara, February 2, 2026 po, nag-file yung Makabayan, Akbayan, and the Liberal Group ng two complaints against her. So kung pansin po ninyo, parang maaga yung pag-file nila kasi February 2. Di ba kung titingnan po natin yung decision ng Duterte versus HOR, ang sabi po ng Supreme Court doon, February 6, 2026 pa pwede mag-file. Yun po yung express na directive ng Supreme Court. But despite that directive po, nag-file po ng maaga nga yung Makabayan. And then yung reasoning po ng Makabayan, as explained by Attorney Nery Colmenares, was because nabago daw yung term ng session days in relation to impeachment process dun sa final resolution ng Duterte versus HOR. So kung gusto po ninyo malaman kung agree ba ako dun sa explanation nila Attorney Colmenares, yan po yung in-explain ko naman dito sa video na to. VP Sara Impeachment 2026 filed. Maaga ba? Posible magka-problema sa Supreme Court. So yan po yung nangyari kay VP Sara. February 2 po, nag-file yung Makabayan Group. And then currently, as of the date of recording, February 8, 2026, ang pinaka-last pong balita ko dyan ay na-refer na sa Speaker's Office noong February 6, 2026. So in other words, wala pa pong referral sa Committee on Justice yung VP Sara impeachment complaints despite the lapse of 3 session days already. Okay, so yan po yung mga factual circumstances na nangyari sa impeachment ni PBBM at sa impeachment din po ni VP Sara. So ngayon po mag-explain lang ako ng mga konting bagay-bagay na nakikita kong difference in treatment po sa impeachment ni VP Sara versus the impeachment ni PBBM. So yung una ko po kasing nakikitang issue dito is because in the eyes po of a reasonable political observant, kung titingnan po natin yung pag-refer at pag-treat ng dalawang impeachment complaint, ay mukhang merong pinoprotektahan na isang public servant versus the other. Okay? And the reason po kaya ko yan nasabi is because in the impeachment case po ni PBBM, yung second complaint was filed on January 6 in the morning. Tapos in the afternoon po mismo, yung very first session day nila, pag-resume po nila from adjournment, ay na-refer agad yun sa Committee on Justice, yung January 19 and January 6. Okay? So aware naman po ako na yung first complaint was filed on January 19, di ba? So may 1 week difference. However, yung second, January 26 lang na file, pero nasama pa rin siya agad dun sa referral sa hapon. The very first session day nga po upon resumption nila. Important po kasi na ma-take note natin because pag na-refer na po ang isang impeachment complaint sa Committee on Justice, dun na po kasi sisipa yung 1-year bar rule, which means hindi na po pwede mag-file ng ibang impeachment complaint within a period of 1 year against that impeachable officer. Okay, so yan po yung nakita kong unang issue kasi very same day na-refer agad sa Committee on Justice. Whereas po kasi sa impeachment complaint ni VP Sara, it was filed on February 2, session day din po yun ng Congress. Sa hapon, nung February 2, wala pong referral nangyari. February 3 and February 4, both session days din po yun ng Congress. Wala rin pong referral na nangyari sa impeachment complaint ni VP Sara to the Committee on Justice. So yan lang po ang nakikita ko, parang may ibang treatment because yun nga po kay PBBM, the very afternoon na session nila from the second filing, may referral agad. Whereas kay VP Sara, wala pa. And yung only balita natin ay nasa Speaker's Office pa lang as of February 6, 2026. Okay? Yung issue nga po kasi dyan, because hindi pa na-refer sa Committee on Justice, therefore, hindi pa po natitrigger yung 1-year bar rule against VP Sara Duterte. Pwede pa po sila mag-file ng another impeachment complaint tomorrow, February 9, 2026. Klaruhin ko lang din po, legally speaking, wala naman talagang violate yung HOR dun sa pag hindi refer agad in the very same session day yung February 2 na complaint because under the Constitution, within 10 session days naman po dapat ma-include sa calendar of business yung requirement. So 10 session day requirement. But yun nga po, despite that, in the eyes of a reasonable political observant, magtataka lang po yun sila kasi bakit nga kay PBBM same day na kaya pero kay VP may 3 session days lumampas, wala pong action na nangyari. Okay, so ngayon explain ko na lang din po yung mga tingin kong possible reasons kung bakit naging ganun yung action ng HOR. So number 1 po niyan. So konting break lang muna tayo guys. Just a reminder po na hopefully you can consider subscribing sa YouTube channel ko if you enjoy my content or my videos. Pag sa YouTube po, 100% free po yung subscription. And hopefully also you can consider liking po itong video na to. So maraming salamat po to everyone and ngayon tuloy po ulit tayo sa video. Action ng HOR. So number 1 po niya na reason is baka hindi po agree yung House of Representatives leadership dun sa interpretation ng Makabayan Block, di ba? Because according to the Makabayan, binago nga daw po yung definition ng session days in relation to impeachment. Therefore, sabi nga nila sometime January, pwede na sana sila mag-refile, pero final lang nila February 2. So baka hindi po agree yung HOR leadership doon kasi yung clear directive nga po ng Supreme Court was February 6. So maybe it is in a way since hindi po sila agree sa Makabayan para hindi sila ma-technical ulit. Baka yan yung isang rason nung House leadership. At yung pangalawang rason dyan ay baka namumulitika nga po. Diba? And I think that is a reasonable observation naman po. Kasi alam naman natin na yung House of Representatives ngayon ay majority allies pa rin po talaga ni PBBM. So therefore, if you are allied to a certain public servant, a certain politician, edi it is highly reasonable to conclude po na yung mga allies na yon will of course protect that politician. Okay, so yan po ang possible 2 reasons kung bakit naging iba ang treatment sa VP Sara impeachment complaint versus the PBBM impeachment complaints. Okay, ngayon po mag-explain ako kung ano pa yung isang posibleng exciting na mangyari come tomorrow, February 9, 2026. Okay, so ipakita ko lang din po to sa inyo kasi baka hindi po kayo updated. So yung Committee on Justice po nung February 4, 2026 ay dinismiss na actually yung impeachment complaints against PBBM for being insufficient in substance. Yung first hearing po nila dito, they declared as sufficient in form yung dalawang impeachment complaints pero the next day, they were both declared insufficient in substance. Yung sa private lawyer po na kay Attorney De Jesus at pati po yung sa Makabayan Block na impeachment complaint. According to the HOR members, they are both insufficient in substance. So in effect, kung magtuloy-tuloy talaga to at ma-approve to sa plenary yung resolution na to ng Committee on Justice, ay tuluyan na talagang madidismiss at mababasura yung impeachment complaints against PBBM. Pero like what I stated, meron pa pong posibleng exciting na mangyari in relation to this impeachment complaint. And that is because under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 3 po of the 1987 Constitution, ay pwede po kasi ma-override yung resolution ng Committee on Justice. Kung makita po nyo dito, a vote of at least 1/3 of all members of the House shall be necessary either to affirm or override its contrary resolution. The vote of each member shall be recorded. So kung 1/3 po tomorrow sa plenary or sa session will vote na i-override or baliktarin yung Committee on Justice resolution declaring as insufficient in substance, ay posible pa po mabuhay at tumuloy yung impeachment case ni PBBM. So yan yung nasasabi ko lang na posibleng exciting na mangyayari tomorrow. Hindi ko po sinasabing mangyayari talaga yon, but it is a possibility kasi hindi pa naman po na-actionan talaga ng plenary yung resolution ng Committee on Justice. And since this is a constitutional power, itong pag-override by at least 1/3 members, kung mangyari to, ayun nga po, exciting yun siya na pangyayari. Okay? And currently, nasa 318 po yung members ng House of Representatives. So more or less, nasa 105 or 106 members yung kailangan na boto para ma-override yon yung insufficient in substance na resolution ng Committee on Justice. So yan po yung isang posibleng exciting na mangyari, at yung pangalawa nga pong exciting na posible ding mangyari ay kung meron pang mag-file ulit ng impeachment complaint against VP Sara na bago via the regular route or via the 1/3 route pa rin po. So yan po yung mga aabangan talaga natin come February 9, 2026 na session. Okay? So yan lang naman po yung pinaka-status talaga and updates as to the impeachment cases ni VP Sara and ni PBBM. So hopefully klaro po yun. If you like more legal videos and current events, subscribe lang po kayo sa channel ko. And until next time, see you all po. Bye-bye!